off the bat thought nemesis because he's a man of few words. It would all be about the delivery. But actually, and perhaps predictably, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, I am bad at accents. But I think I could do hers. The original Lara had such iconic lines as well. That, don't you think you've seen enough? That still pops into my head to this day when I step into bathrooms. Equally, the movie, do you remember that scene where Angelina comes down to sign for her mail and the mansion has been trashed and the delivery guy is looking around and is understandably confused, and she says something like, I woke up this morning and just hated everything. Ooh, what a mood. What a reason to explain mess. I can so relate to that. I'm terrible with names of anything, especially albums, but probably something by Two Steps from Hell. It would make everything I read sound just epic. Can you imagine? Knight fights a bandit. Epic. Vampire hunting a lichen. Epic. Stroking your hair while you fall asleep. Epic. I love it when people flip between languages. It is just amazing. Ooh, something pretty sounding, like French. I don't speak any French. I don't know anyone that's French. But from what I've heard in movies and stuff, it sounds lovely. Really beautiful. Or Russian. Instantly makes you sound like a baddie with a overly complicated, confidential backstory. So you know when you're scrolling down YouTube on your phone and if you hover over a video it starts playing with auto-generated captions? Usually it's hit or miss, they make any sense, but I caught one of mine once and it did seem pretty accurate. Also, when I have to call customer service and a computer asks you what it is that you're after and it repeats back to you what it is that you've said, it usually gets mine right. I'm assuming, of course, that a fully sentient AI would be as mildly irritated by a repeat of that sort of inaccuracy. So, that is the one advantage to sounding like me. Wow, something completely random and ridiculous. I'm kind of curious as to what 10 million people would willingly sit through and probably start a game of guess how many subs I'm going to drop. Or I'd just start a cult. Might as well. I've never tried a group gig before. I do love being around people, just not for extended periods of time. So for concentration reasons, I'd say alone and in a really cool home studio because my bed would be closer and I like sleeping in. Absolutely not. I have no idea what I'm doing. I would be flattered though, and probably not want to let down the drama teacher, who is now an academic. So my section would be something like how to cope after constant interruptions when recording one's voice while living in an old building next to a busy junction. I'm also thoroughly convinced that if I record, especially first thing in the morning or really late at night, that I sound like what resting bitch face looks like. So, how to achieve that? Sleep deprivation. It's going to be a short chapter. I'm a quality over quantity fan, so I'd remove that pressure. I'd also remove any advantage to posting the same time every day, week, whatever, because as a person, that is not how I function in life. So I had to get a new computer and new internet not long ago, and as a result, YouTube did not know who I was. So my homepage was filled with completely random suggestions, one of which was Keanu Reeves doing something with guns. A John Wick related thing, I think. And I like Keanu Reeves. I enjoyed seeing him on my feed the 1 week he was there. I'd have the algorithm, regardless of what I'd been watching, fill my homepage with Keanu Reeves doing things. I don't usually cry playing video games, but I got through the majority of Detroit Become Human absolutely fine, as depressing as it was, until I got Kara, the little girl, and the guy that was with them to the border, and there was scanners there which would have revealed what she was, and I had the option to plead to the security guy, so I did, and the way she told him that she wanted to live just got me. Even thinking about it now, it's still smack right in the chest. It was harrowing, and I was sat there silently, just tears falling down my face. I did finish the game though. It was very good. I have to admit, I haven't played it twice. That it would be straightforward. I thought I could just buy a mic, any mic, plug it in and sound like everybody else. And no. An empty room makes noise. The human body, my God, does it sound disgusting amplified. I learned very quickly that it was far more complicated than I could have imagined. The world is an unbelievably noisy place. I can't end on that. I sound like a villain. What a reason to end the world. Because it was too loud.